What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that bell so you get notification anytime I go live and anytime I post a video. And if any moment during this video you like what you're hearing, consider hitting that like button so we can get to the algorithm and more people can see this content. Let's get into this. Today, we're going to talk about what women want and how to avoid being manipulated by a woman. We're going to watch this clip and I'm going to break this all the way down. Let's get into this.
Where are you going? What are you doing? This, that, and the other. No, that's not what you need to do. That's the opposite of what we want. We don't want that. We don't want insecure. But how you become a man that you cannot manipulate is, firstly, you're a man that doesn't idolize sex. She can't treat you how she wants, and then just simply because she sleeps with you that night, you forget all about it. That's the first thing. You don't idolize sex. But the second thing is you're looking for alignment between her words and her behaviors. If you are a man and you can align and you can see that a woman's behaviors and her words are totally aligned, she knows she can't manipulate you. But if you're a man that just believes what she tells you and ignores all of her behaviors, ignores all of her past, ignores all of her traumas, just because you hear what you want to hear, unfortunately she puts you into the category of the men she can manipulate, and therefore you'll only attract women who are planning to manipulate.
All right, guys. You saw that. You heard that. Now, at the beginning of this clip, she was talking about not wanting a man who's insecure, right? So not wanting a man who's always, where you at? What took you so long? What's going on? What are you doing? Right? Not a man who's insecure, right? That's going to be a major turnoff to most women. That is going to be a major turnoff to most women. But we're getting to the second part of that conversation where she's talking about how to avoid being manipulated by a woman. She was on point. She started off by talking about sex, right? So again, do not idolize the sex. Do not be crazy about having to get the sex. Now, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the sex and actually loving the sex, but don't let the sex control you. You cannot let the sex control you, right? And she explained that if you're a guy and say you have a problem with this lady or this woman, and all she has to do is have sex with you, and then you'll forget about it, you'll let it go, like, oh, it's all good, don't worry about that, then that woman can easily manipulate you, right? If you are controlled by the sex, you can be easily manipulated, right? And that's a fact. So guys, do not let these women control you with the sex. I know in this day and age, for a lot of guys, sex is hard to come by. And I understand, because I don't agree with men being out here sleeping with every woman he can, right? I don't agree with that, especially as a man of God. There's a lot of diseases out there, and there's a possibility of having unwanted children by moving this way. So I get it. You don't want to just keep moving on because you ain't getting sex here. But on the other end of that spectrum, you cannot be controlled by the sex. You got to know how to stand your ground as a man and keep it moving. Not, when I say keep it moving, I don't mean keep going to the next woman for sex. But what I'm saying is you got to continue on. Focus on your purpose. Do what you got to do. If as long as you don't see that you need to cut her off, right? There are reasons to cut women off. But I'm saying, like, you good with everything else, but you know she's trying to use the sex to manipulate you. Do not allow that to happen, because women are good for that. Women are good for that. The next thing she talked about is making sure her actions and words align with each other, right? A lot of women do a lot of this talking. A lot of women will give you that lip service, but you have to see if her actions align with what she's saying. You have to make sure her actions align with what she's saying, because women will say a lot of things, but they will do the opposite. If you're a guy who overlooks this, right? If you're a guy who overlooks the fact that this woman lies all the time, or she says she's going to do this, but she's doing that, you can easily be manipulated if you overlook these things. So do not allow that to happen. Make sure this woman stands on her word. Now, 9 times out of 10, a lot of women won't stand on their word. Not in totality, right? There's why there's a saying of be a man of your word, right? Because men are known for that. But you don't hear, there's no such thing of be a woman of your word. That's not a saying. That's something that could be said, but it's not a saying. You see what I'm saying? So make sure your woman's actions align with her words, right? Make sure her actions align with her words. That's a big thing. And if you do that, you are less likely to be manipulated by a woman. Hold her to whatever she says. Hold her to what's expected of her, right? Do not let her get away with things she should not be getting away with. Stand your ground as a man. Be firm. Be firm. But those are the ways you could avoid being manipulated by a woman, right? Those are the ways right there. And that's all I got for you for this one. This is a short one. Like this video. Share this video. Let me know in the comment section. I can be off on this. And again, subscribe to the YouTube. Speaks to Beast. And remember, guys, keep God first. As it says on the wall, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. Find you a great woman to bond with. Ladies, find you a great man to bond with and build. That's all it's going to take. I love you all. Be blessed.